Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video reaction middle me, where if you like, comment, subscribe, or support any type of way that you would be. So we back again with another video on Juliana, come here. So we're gonna get into when Devall finally spoke up and told Jaelyn that she is not a parent and that he shouldn't have to deal with her, and she's gonna make him resent her for the way that she acts. And also, we're gonna get into when Juju talks about she wishes that they would unblock Kimadra so she could send a picture of the baby to her.
You, I don't know who mama you think you is. You be playing mama with these little kids and all that, but let me tell you one thing. I'm 39 years old.
Okay, Mom, sounds good. So next Monday is Memorial Day.
That's why I told you. Like she's starting to
Act like me.
And it's annoying. I could deal with you. I don't have to deal with her. I don't at all. I already told you that I only could deal with one fucking Renee. I can't deal with two of them.
That's kind of crazy.
Now don't start making me have what you call that word, Renee?
PTSD.
Resentment towards you.
Be for real.
Be for real, nothing. Cause you. I don't know who mama you think you is.
Clock it, Devall. Clock it. But this clip, I'm telling y'all, I didn't know Devall had ever had this moment. See, Messy Boots be keeping me up to date on what the no is. But yeah, I don't blame Devall. And for her to say, be for real. No, we are being for real. And then when he say he can't deal with two Renees, he don't know who mama she thinks she is. She talking about some. That's kind of crazy. No, what's kind of crazy is you a child who acts like a grown woman and an adult, speaking out of turn all the time. Like these kids got to listen to you and go above you. I told y'all, these kids be so disrespectful to Devall, and a lot of it comes from Renee not standing on business and making them respect him, and also her disrespecting him in front of them kids, so they feel like it's okay. But I feel like Devall has got moments where he's tired of Jalen's mouth. I think everybody has moments where they're tired of Jalen's mouth. And Renee even knew the word and he says resentment. Renee didn't say nothing because she already knows that it's true from what I gather. But let's get into this next clip where Juju wants to send a picture of the new baby. I'm not sure if it was JC or Juliana. But she wants to send a picture to Kimadra, but they have blocked the number on the phone and she wants to unblock her. Renee gets upset because Juliana says it on camera, and it's like, why would you say that on camera? You know I'm recording. Let's get into it.
You want Daddy. I'm mad at you.
Why?
And you. Because thanks to you guys, I can't show off the new baby.
Yes. No, you can.
Can I unblock her?
No.
Oh.
Stop. Why would you say that on camera? She wanted to. Why would you say that on camera when they watch my videos?
I'm just joking.
Dad, what is he doing?
Pertaining to like my youngest two sisters, because I was in contact with them recently. I want to say like late November, I was trying to call, Juliana and JC and text them like, hey sister, because we had a regular, like they would call me. I tried to text them, call them one day, message is not going through, call's not going through. And I'm like, damn, this is exactly what I knew would happen. And, I never tried to reach out sooner because I genuinely felt like I don't think Renee wants me talking to them. And lo and behold, that's probably what happened. She probably don't want me talking to them, and that's fine. Those are her kids. I do feel some kind of way, but there's literally nothing I can do.
Oh, should I come? My grandma wants to see you.
So when you get up today?
What she want to see for?
No? Huh?
What she want to see for?
The baby.
Why?
My grandma can see the baby. Nobody heard
what?
Why y'all talking? Saying that.
So Juju couldn't show the baby to Kimadra, and they wouldn't allow Juju to unblock Kimadra. I don't understand why. Because they was seeming like they having a relationship, just like Kimadra said, and Kimadra should have been able to see her sibling. I don't understand why she wasn't allowed to see her sibling. Along with, I don't understand why Devall wouldn't send the picture of her sibling to her. I understand that Kimadra is a little bit older, but I just feel like if their relationship was trying to be had or was there, then I don't understand why it was taken away because of whatever the fact of Renee's feelings, because I know it had nothing to do with Devall. But when Juju said, I'm upset, I'm mad at you, and I'm mad at you because I can't show them the baby, and he said, yes, you can. So when Juju says, so I can unblock her? Now all of a sudden it's, why would you say that? Why would you say that and I'm recording? All she said was, so I can unblock her. She's excited to unblock her sister. You're upset because she said it out loud and you was trying to throw them rocks and hide your hands. That's why you tried to come back later on and say that you blocked her from their phone. But Jaelyn goes off and she wants to send a picture of the baby to her grandma. Then gets smart with Devall and tells when he asks why does she want to see the baby for, turns back around and she says, my grandma can see the baby. with an attitude, with a stank face. And I see why DeVall gets onto her about that mouth every once in a while. Should get onto her more often. Renee should have been checking her, I feel like, because when you talk to him like that, she should have got that little mouth together. Yeah. You don't have to hit on her, but you can surely tell her a thing or two, because Renee, that's your man. You're supposed to let them kids know there's a certain level of respect. And even if you and your man having problems, there should be no way, unless he's doing something to you, like putting his hands on you or something like that. That's a whole lot different. But there's no way that you should let your child get out of place and keep on disrespecting that man. He's a grown man. Like he said, he was 39 years old at the time. But I want to get into Juju and Kamadra's relationship. I think that when Juju gets old enough, grown enough, whatever, Juju is going to leave that household, and she's going to end up with Kamadra. I think Kamadra and Juju have and possibly even Jordan. Now I know he's a boy, he might feel outnumbered, but I feel like Juju, Jordan, and Kamadra could be a lot closer. And I feel like with them being a lot closer, they're the only people who can really understand how they feel and what they have experienced. And I know a lot of people was like, oh, she didn't mistreat Kamadra. She loved Kamadra. Yeah, she can always show the good, because that's what she liked to do a lot of times. But was y'all not seeing the clip when she was trying to come back there and ask her daddy, did he want another brown? And she tells Kamadra, what do you want? What do you want with my husband? Kamadra's like, excuse me? She was like, seriously, what do you want with my husband? First of all, that's her daddy. Why does it matter what she wants with him? But yeah, I just feel like Kamadra was outcasted from the family, which was so unfair. Juju probably talked to Kamadra, and that helped her. And it helped her to have somebody on the outside who could understand how she feels. She could talk to, she could go to for how she felt. And it's just like whole time Renee cut that relationship off. I don't know if it's because Kamadra came out and told her side of the story from her point of view, or if it was just simply because she didn't want her to have that relationship, or I don't know, because of the fact Kamadra wanted to spend time with DeVall alone, and she didn't want to bring every person, and Renee didn't like that, or however the situation may be. But it's honestly sad, because Kamadra and Juju and JC and heck, possibly even Jordan could have been so much closer. And she's talking about some Jaelyn didn't want to talk to her. Well, I mean, she wasn't talking about Jaelyn. She wasn't asking about Jaelyn. She was talking about Juju and JC and wanting to know them and wanting to be around them. I wouldn't want to have been around everybody every single time either. Every child needs that one-on-one time. It doesn't matter if it's a girl or a boy. It doesn't matter if it's your kid, her kid, their kid. Every child deserves that one-on-one time with a parent, because especially when there's a lot of kids in that household. But for some reason, I feel like a lot of this has to do with Renee. It has to do with Renee and the way that she felt about Kamadra feeling some type of way towards her, or Kamadra not wanting to be up under her. And that's why all of this went on. And I just feel like even if Renee has an issue with Kamadra's family, that should not play an effect. I do not like when adults involve children in adult situations that have nothing to do with them. If they want to talk to their big sister, they should be able to. And I feel like DeVall should stand strong behind the kids, but I feel like he should stand strong, especially behind Kamadra, because how are you an amazing, from what it seems, stepdad to Jaelyn and Jeremy, but you are not? And you said that you don't even think Jason and Julian is yours, but whole time Kamadra, you telling her you don't owe her a mother effing thing, and going off and going back and forth. Y'all remember that? But whole time you taking care of kids that are not biologically yours. Regardless, I feel like as a father, he should reach out. He should let Juju unblock Kamadra, and she should be able to talk to her, because that's still her sister. As long as that girl ain't saying nothing that's going to hurt her, nothing that's going to damage her mentally, physically, emotionally, or anything like that. And especially with everything going on with Juju, I just feel like she needs her big sister. Jaelyn is not acting like a big sister to Juju. From what we can see, she's acting more like a bossy, rude, wannabe mama to somebody else's kids, instead of playing the role of a big sister, positive influence, positive role model, taking her sister under her wing like a lot of siblings older would do. And especially it being the right thing. Like, yeah, we see her interacting with JC, but what about Juju? At a point in time, again, Jaelyn was a very good stand strong for Juju. Like, she held Juju in videos. She did all of this stuff for Juju, and I'm not sure what occurred to make Jaelyn just flip on her, but it's just crazy. But again, Juju should be able to unblock her sister, and she should be able to speak to her sister. And especially right now, I just feel like she needs that sisterly bond with her sister. And I'm sure Kimajria would enjoy communicate with her sister, talking to her sister, being able to just have that, you know, connection with her sister. You don't want Juju is gonna, I feel like, already grow up with a lot of resentment because of a lot of things, but that you don't want that to be the situation. That's the end of this video, though. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Thank y'all for all the likes, the shares, the comments, subscribe, and welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome, 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 and I will see you on the next video. Peace.